Why build an email list? What's up guys? TJ here with another e-commerce video. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I release new videos. So today I'm going to be talking about why it's very important for you to be accumulating an email list, especially if you're in an online business or any business for that matter. In this day and age, you really need to have an email list, and I'm going to tell you why. Alright, so when I started doing e-commerce many moons ago, I didn't really understand the concept of accumulating an email list. You know, I always thought that, you know, you did your business, whatever it was, whether you're selling something, whether you are moving different products, whether you are marketing products, you know, whatever you're doing, you just go and do whatever your business is and you move forward. And I quickly realized that, you know, you can have one customer and you want to be able to reach out to that customer again, because you may have a different opportunity, you may have different products, you know, you may have different services that you're able to offer. And if you have that information, you know, their email or their contact information, you can actually get in contact with them again. And an email list is the easiest way for the most part to get in contact with people. Now there are other ways that you can get in contact with people nowadays. You know, of course, if you have like a Facebook page and they like your Facebook page, you can reach them pretty quickly on Facebook. But if you don't have like a Facebook page or anything like that, and you do have like a website or a blog or YouTube videos, or you have different products or things like that, you may need to reach those people outside of like a social media platform. So essentially, when I started building an email list, I started with Aweber and I signed up for it, and I was doing the opportunity. I'm not going to put the name out there because every video that I put with that name out there has been demonetized, and anybody got time for that. So I did join this business many years ago, and it did require me to accumulate an email list. Now it was an MLM, so they have their own platform where you know, accumulated an email list, but I also needed to have my own platform to accumulate you know, these email addresses. And I didn't really understand the power of having a list. So, you know, during this business, I accumulated, you know, hundreds and hundreds of emails, and I think I ended up having like 800 to 900 emails on this list. And I also had their email address, you know, their first and last name, and maybe their phone number, I'm not sure. And what Aweber does is it allows you to store all of this information, and then you can blast emails out to this list, you know, at scheduled times, or you can do it, you know, once a week, once a month, whatever, just to keep in contact with them. So what people do is when you have like a capture page, or if you have a website, or if you have something to gather emails. So let's just go back. Let's say, you know, you're a YouTuber, and you know, you make videos about whatever. You make videos about e-commerce, you make videos about cooking, you make videos about, you know, whatever. And you know, you're gonna have subscribers, you're gonna have people that generally look at your videos, but then you're also gonna have people that find your videos through other means. They may find it through a shared post, they may find it as a suggested video, it may be on their up next, and they may look at your video and then they may go somewhere else. So, you know, if you have a website, then you can funnel people to your website, and from your website you can gather an email list. So now the power of the email list, let's talk about that. So when you get an email list and you have all of these emails, you know, what do you do with them? So what I generally do with them is I make sure that they understand that I am a brand. You know, TJ Lovelady is a brand. It's not necessarily going to be YouTube. It's not necessarily going to be e-commerce. It's not going to be Amazon or eBay, or, you know, it's not going to be one set thing. It's going to be anything that I am attached to. You know, I'm pretty much going to put it out there to be marketed. So when I send out my emails to my email list, normally it's like an accumulation of everything that I'm working on at that time. So I don't like sending a lot of fragmented emails. You know, I'm not going to send like 4 emails about 4 different things on one day. Normally I just put it all in one kind of like newsletter kind of thing, and I tell everybody kind of what I'm up to, you know, what I'm doing. And the way that I capture those emails is through my website. And my website, my current website, which is www.tjlovelady.com, doesn't necessarily have a email funnel yet. It will have one probably in the next couple weeks. I'm going to get that all set up. But I do have a separate funnel where I get those email addresses from. So it's really important for you to start thinking about, especially if you're trying to build an online business. So a lot of people that are YouTubers don't really look at YouTube as a business. Now, of course, I don't do YouTube, you know, for the money, because, you know, let's be quite honest. The money that you get from YouTube, especially when you don't have a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, is not really that much money. But I do like to, this is a place where I can, you know, broadcast information, answer questions, you know, interact with people. I've interacted with a lot of people on my YouTube station, and I have been able to, you know, establish a communication with those people through YouTube, and not necessarily on YouTube, because it's not necessarily done like on YouTube, but they found me on YouTube and they've been funneled to other places, social media, email, my website, and things like that, so I can keep in contact with them. So let's just say, you know, 4 months from now I come up with an eBay course or an Amazon course or something like that, and because I have an email list, and because I have been able to establish those relationships and gain that contact information, when I do have an opportunity or something like that, I can just shoot it out to, you know, 1,000 people, like right there, boom, 1,000 people that are ready to hear what I have to say. You know, so that's really the power of an email list. I recommend anybody that has any sort of business, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Amazon, eBay, e-commerce, whether you're doing a blog, if you have a website, if you're building a forum, if you're just trying to establish, you know, a web presence, I do encourage you to establish the email list. So let's talk about some of the places that you can get, you know, like an email, I don't know, coordinator, I don't know what they're called. Auto responder, I don't know what they're called, but whatever they're called, the one that I recommend using is Aweber. So we'll leave a link to Aweber in the description section below. It's super easy to use. You go on there, you can set everything up pretty easily. They may have a free trial. I'm not necessarily sure. If they do have a free trial, I will put that at the very top of the description section. I will say, you know, free trial for however long it is. Then maybe I think it's a 30-day free trial that they have. So it'd be pretty good for you to just start out and try it out and see if it's something that you would like to do. Now, let's talk about funnels. So how do you funnel people to your email list? All right, so that's going to be something kind of a little bit different. The way that I do it is I have a lot of different opportunities, whether it be from my YouTube station or whether it be from my e-commerce. There are a lot of different ways, or there are a lot of different opportunities that I have. So the way that I like to do it is through like some kind of a sales funnel. So what I'm going to do, underneath the, if it's going to be a free trial, underneath that link there will be another link for a funnel. So what the funnel is going to do is, you know, if they click on your website or they click on your link, before they can actually access the information that you know, you've said. So if it's your website, before they can get to your website, they're gonna have to put in their email address and their name. That's it. You know, the only thing that they're gonna have to relinquish, you know, no money or nothing like that, but they are gonna have to relinquish their email address and their first name. Now I'm going to tell you, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to, you know, throw people off. I don't want people to not go to my website because they don't want to put in their contact information. So anybody that's interested in you you know, interested in your brand, interested in what you're talking about, interested in doing business with you, they should not have any qualms about giving you their email address. Now, they do have to opt in, and they can opt out at any time. So even if they were to put in their email address and things like that, and then they got 2 or 3 emails from you, and then they opted out, at least, you know, you had that information and you was able to gather that information. So, you know, I have a opt-out rate of, you know, maybe 23%, 24%, something like that, which may seem like a high number, but, you know, I have a lot of people putting in their contact information. And just the way that I am, I'm not, as you can tell with my YouTube station, I'm not very, I don't know the word for it. I have a lot of stuff going on. You know, I may be shooting out a YouTube video. I may be shooting out some training for FBA or Fulfillment by Amazon, or I may be shooting a Let's Play video. I don't know, because that's just how I am. But if you have a steady opportunity in one thing where you're shooting out consistent emails, if you have like a blog, if you have a website where you put information on there weekly or daily, that's going to be really good for you to reach out to everybody that is interested in you and your brand. So that's just that's all I have to say about establishing yourself with a email list. So just make sure you check out those links that I have in the description section below. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks, guys. Yeah.